So there are two types of meditation, two types, where one is the meditation where we can call it the Antharmana, that we meditate inside ourselves to see for ourselves what's wrong with us and how we have to correct, what we have to do about it. And another is Bahirmana, is outside. How we have to live outside. You have to have a discipline which is not imposed on you, but very happily which you have accepted and have imbibed. For any art, say in India, I don't know here, but you have to put yourself into a rigorous training to achieve any height. You cannot haphazardly move about it. You cannot take just easily everything. In Sahaja Yoga there is no tapascharya, there is no penance for you. They are all blessings. But one should not get lost with those blessings if you have to really get into yourself in its full depth. So for the Antharmana, it is important that you all should meditate morning and evening every day. Is alright even if you do not brush your teeth, but you must meditate. It's an important thing. That is the reason I find that in the West people go on catching, again cleaning, again catching. Every time I find somebody is suffering from either for some sort of a conditioning or say some sort of a badha, or sometimes it's ego or something. It comes and goes. It is not something that is detached permanently. As we have to take our bath every day, we have to wash ourselves every day. In the same way, we have to wash ourselves within. So meditation is the Antharmana tapaha, as you can call it. But it's not such a tapaha. You don't have to go to Himalayas and sit there. You have to just do this meditation early in the morning. And then in the night before sleeping, invariably, all of them, one and all, even children before sleeping, soak their feet in the water, sit for meditation and sleep. Now, what is the tapa in this thing? The penance. That our body is used to some sort of a life. India also, we are all like that in India. Everybody will get up in the morning and they will sit for puja or they will sit for meditation. I mean, that goes without saying, we don't have to tell them. Because that's the traditional thing to do in India. Always, when they get up, have their bath, they always do some puja. All of them. If they are Christians also, they'll sit down and pray. Muslims, they'll do namaz. That's a kind of a practice and the breeding of the family. But once you start getting up in the morning, you'll get the habit and then you sleep early. Then you can sleep early. Getting up in the morning really will help you for the whole day. So start this kind of a practice. You must meditate every day. And this is the reason why I find people, whenever I come, they're again caught up. Something gone wrong. This is wrong, that is wrong. They're caught up here and there. Why should you? Day by day you must rise. Day by day you should be at a much higher state. And this new breeding has to come within us, that we are Sajogis. And we are not here only just to have good food and to have nice time or nice meetings, but we are here to become those unique personalities which are required to raise the humanity to a higher state. So you have to be now responsible for yourself. You have to look after yourself. And you have to tell yourself, Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so, please now behave yourself. Otherwise, Sahaja Yoga is lost to you. It's not going to help you much. So now all of you must develop that dedication to yourself to find out what's your problem and how you have to correct it. If it is done every day, I can assure you, you will have no problem of any kind. Your thoughts will stop, your problems will be solved, and you will have no catches at all because you have washed them off. But if you leave them on your being, then they grow and they become big. So there should be no lethargy as far as meditation is concerned, but joyfully you will start doing after some time. You won't be happy if you have not done it. But in the beginning you will have to goad yourself and tell yourself that this body has to be cleaned. But more than that body, this mind and intellect, both of them are to be correct. To be an instrument of God, you have to be perfect personality. Otherwise, we may not be able to communicate the message of Sahaja Yoga in the proper way. Many people say that we are surrendered to Mother, and we are surrendered to her, and as surrendering, we will get everything. But what are you surrendering? Is that a clean heart or a heart full of all kinds of wrong things? Or is that the intelligence which is a very superior type of clean intelligence, or else are you coming out with all your arrogance? So though there is the Ganges of Sahaja Yoga flowing, still you have to have the depth of a pitcher. A stone cannot fetch any water. Same with children. Of course, as they will be going to India, I am sure they will form proper routines and they will form proper meditation methods. It is obvious that we have never had the sense of divinity in the West. Whatever we had, whatever we got from the church or from any synagogue or something like that, which was only Sunday to Sunday, Sunday to Sunday. For a Muslim it is Friday to Friday, Friday to Friday. Next. But that has led them nowhere. So we have to do something about it. Problems will be solved in no time. You don't have to sit down and contemplate and worry how will you solve your problem. It will be solved. But what cannot be solved is the habits you have developed. Habits of lethargy. Once you start getting deeper into your being, you will be amazed that you can develop such capacities that you will be amazed at yourself. Of course, there are blessings, there are miracles. But think of your own capacities. What are your capacities? how far are you able to do something about curing people? We have few people in Bombay and very few people in Pune also. But they are available for curing. Some of them are going to villages. Now they have asked me to give them a jeep so they could take a music party to the villages and sing there and achieve a greater number of surgeries. But when they come back, immediately, whether they come in the daytime or in the night, immediately they wash their feet before the photograph. Also, to protect yourself, you have to give yourself a bandhan all the time. It is not you should say now I'm alright. You should not say that I am perfect. You should not say now I'm a Sahajogi. Never, never think like that. The moment you start thinking you are perfect, you are finished. So before going out, you must give a proper bandhan. Also before sleeping, you must give a proper bandhan. Put your attention to your sastra and then sleep. So today I have really thought of telling all of you that you have to develop the depth within yourself. So, if you really do the Antharmana, if you really see inside yourself, while meditating, you see yourself, your chakras and all that, and then you find out this introspection. Why am I like this? Just separate from yourself. See for yourself. Why am I like this? Why I did like this? Why do I think like this? Who am I? These questions, when answered, you will know all your worth, your value. I do not know how much I should stress, how much more is needed to stress the importance of meditation every day. Like these advertisements you see every day, they just go on bombarding on your head and buy this, buy that, buy. It acts. In the same way, you have to every day bombard yourself. Now, meditation, get to meditation, get to meditation. Then you will be surprised that when you go out, you will see something beautiful. Immediately you will get into thoughtless awareness. Don't have to do. Everything you start enjoying in a very different manner. And such beautiful feelings come in, such beautiful securities built up, that you are surprised how I could be like that, how I could feel these securities just expressing themselves in such a beautiful manner. Because if you are, say, washed and clean, simple thing, everyday life, then before touching everything, you are careful that you don't again spoil it. If there's a sari which is dirty, absolutely dirty, then if there are 2 spots or 100 spots, makes no difference. But when it is absolutely clean, then even the slightest spot, you can't get worried because everybody will see that. In the same way, unless and until you cleanse yourself every day, you will not know what's wrong with you. I hope you will pay full attention to what I have said. With full attention on your inner being, projecting out, like a witness to yourself. Just see how you talk to others. Why should I talk like that? What is the need to talk? And then you start understanding that behind all this is some sort of a funny thing going on in my brain. And this brain has to be corrected. Very important. May God